My name is Michael Bennett, and I've always kept my emotions in check. My father, Richard Bennett, used to say feelings were weaknesses. He was a tough man who built a thriving business from nothing, a fortress of his own making. Stoic, razor sharp, he taught me lessons I absorbed quietly, even when I swore I'd never become him. 10 years ago, I'd have laughed at the idea of destiny. But now, I'm caught in a storm I never saw coming, and I can almost hear my father's voice saying he knew it all along. I married Emily when we were both 23. She was vibrant, warm, and I felt lucky to be by her side. We had a daughter, Lily, and I poured everything into being a good husband and father, despite the echoes of my father's cold demeanor in me. 25 years of marriage, full of arguments, reconciliations, and routines, felt solid. I never imagined how fast stability could crumble or how deeply illusions could shatter when you realize you're one step from losing it all. It started on an ordinary day, August 27th. The Texas sun was brutal, but work was manageable. I closed deals early and decided to surprise Emily at home, thinking about our upcoming 25th anniversary on September 1st. Maybe a weekend getaway, I thought. But when I walked into the kitchen, Emily stood by the counter, Lily at the table, both looking like they'd rehearsed a script. I set my briefcase down, said a casual hello, and asked what was up. Emily gestured to a chair. "Michael, please sit," she said. Lily's eyes flicked between us, almost smug. "Dad, we need to talk." I sat, elbows on the table, forcing calm. "All right, I'm listening." Emily inhaled, then said firmly, "We're hitting 25 years in 5 days, Michael. I need a change. I've been thinking about what I want. These have been good years, but I want to explore something else." "Something else?" I asked, voice steady. Lily jumped in, her tone almost gleeful. "Mom wants an open marriage, Dad. It's a great idea. Everyone's doing it. Physical stuff doesn't matter. You just need trust." I turned to Lily, her words about trust stinging. "You're saying modern couples are all doing this?" She nodded, acting like an expert. "You're so old-fashioned, Dad. Love isn't about physical exclusivity anymore. If you love each other, you let each other be free." My stomach churned, but I kept a neutral face. "Emily," I said, "is this how you feel?" She bit her lip, eyes shifting. "Michael, I'm bored. Same routine, same man. I want something new." Her bluntness twisted something in me. I wanted to walk away, but stayed, tapping my fingers, a habit from my Army Ranger days. Count, breathe, don't break. "So you date other men and what? Sit home and wave goodbye?" Lily scoffed. "Don't be dramatic, Dad. You can date too. You might need an app, but you'll figure it out." They giggled like I was a joke. I clasped my hands, exhaled. "Is there someone already, Emily?" She hesitated. "It's David Carter, who owns that restaurant on Main Street." Lily leaned forward, excited. "Oh my gosh, Mom, he's gorgeous. Good choice." David. I'd hosted clients at his place countless times. Now he was after my wife. I kept my tone even. "You've planned this well, and Lily, you're okay with your mom dating David?" She smirked. "Of course, Dad. Don't be a dinosaur." I stood, walked to the sink, letting silence stretch. "Emily, this is serious. You know that?" She nodded, jaw set. "I've never been surer." I turned off the tap. "All right, I'm in." They froze. Lily smirked. "Really? You'll agree to an open marriage?" "Yes," I said, "on one condition. This house is mine, per the prenup my father insisted on." "You want this arrangement? Fine, but I set the rules here. If you don't like it, find another place to live." Emily's eyes widened. Lily laughed. "Dad, this is half Mom's house legally." Emily held up a hand. "Stop, Lily. He's right. The prenup gives him the house." Lily's bravado faltered. "You're not kicking us out, are you?" I didn't answer, walking out to let them stew. That night, I overheard them in the kitchen. Lily whispered, "He's bluffing. You're the love of his life." Emily sounded unsure. "You don't know your father. He can be ruthless. He's ex-Army Ranger. I only know half of what he did in Iraq, and that's enough to scare me." Lily huffed. "He's just a cranky old man." I retreated upstairs, their words igniting something cold and methodical from my military days. They'd thrown down a challenge, and they had no idea what was coming. The next day, I met my lawyer, Tom Harris, a sharp mind despite his unfortunate name. I told him I wanted a postnup to lock Emily's claims. He grinned. "Why not just divorce?" "Too easy," I said. "I want them to face the consequences of this game." Tom whistled at my conditions. Property rights clarified, monthly STD tests, no extramarital partners in my home, and disclaimers about children from outside lovers. You're going for blood, Mike. Just setting boundaries, I replied. 2 days later, in Tom's office, Emily, Lily, and Emily's lawyer, Sarah, reviewed the postnup. Sarah's face soured. If Emily files for a divorce during this open marriage, she forfeits alimony, the house, and the business. She can't bring partners here, including David. Emily frowned. That's too much, Michael. I leaned forward. If you leave for your lover, why should I fund it? You pay for your dates. Household bills are on me, but your adventures are on you. Lily snapped, You're humiliating her. No, I said, staring at Lily. Your mom's free. You said love isn't about money. I'm sure David's got you covered. Emily signed, defiant. I'm not scared, Michael. Over the next weeks, Emily arranged her date with David. Lily mocked me, suggesting Tinder. I stayed calm. When Emily's date night arrived, I made my move. I contacted David's daughter, Sophia, 22, Lily's age. We'd met at events. She disliked her father's arrogance and agreed to dinner. I took her to a veterans charity gala where she shone, discussing finance with poise. Word spread fast. The next morning, Lily was livid. You took David's daughter out? What's wrong with you? I shrugged. I took a consenting adult to a charity event. Your mom was with David, right? She's free, so am I. Lily stormed off. Emily avoided confrontation, but tension simmered. Weeks later, Emily stormed into the living room red-eyed. I want to close the marriage. You're humiliating me by dating Sophia. I didn't sign up for this. You wanted an open marriage, I said. This is what it means. She tossed envelopes on the table. I'm done, Michael. Let's end this. I leaned back. You thought I'd just sit there while you had your fun? Did you think I wouldn't fight back? It wasn't a war, she said, voice breaking. I made a mistake. I don't want David. Can we go back? No, I said. You opened this door. It stays open. She sank onto the couch, crying. You're so hateful. I walked away. A month later, Emily cornered me on the porch, gaunt and bloodshot. I tested positive for an STD from David. It's treatable, but humiliating. Happy now? Guilt flickered, but I stayed cold. This is your choice's consequence, Emily. She glared. You're a monster. 3 weeks later, Lily returned, frantic. My loans are overdue. You need to pay them. I don't, I said. You're an adult. Figure it out. She stormed out, cursing me. Months passed. My relationship with Sophia deepened, becoming genuine. She got pregnant, and we named our son Ethan. I proposed, and we married quietly, with a prenup. Emily, meanwhile, faded. She called once, delirious, begging for help. I told her to call an ambulance. She hung up, sobbing. I filed for divorce soon after. Emily signed without a fight and vanished, likely to her parents. Lily worked at a fast food joint, paying off debts. I saw her once rushing around, looking healthier. I left without speaking. 5 years later, Ethan was a joyful kid. Maria and I were stable. Then Emily's father called. Emily passed last night. The infection from David caused complications. She didn't wake up. I stood frozen, a mix of pity and regret hitting me. I'm sorry, I said. He sighed, and the line went dead. I looked at Ethan coloring happily and Maria humming outside. The weight of irreversibility settled in. Some lines, once crossed, can't be undone.